my iPad storage, cut the video short, but if you needed a refresher, we just did our long note contest. You had seconds, and I had 7. Please record those numbers. We're going to keep going. Turn to page 42 in Essential Elements. This is our rhythm studies. I'm going to give you a tempo. I'd like to see if you can play it all the way from measure 1 through measure 40. I'll play with you. I'm going to play this on F. I'll give you 3 options. You can also play F. You can play low D, a lower D, or B flat, and that can be low B flat or high B flat. You ready to go? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there we ended. How'd you do? If there are any sections or measures that you made a mistake on, say maybe in measure 13 you forgot that beats 3 and 4 and are all 8th notes, and you play them as quarter notes. Oops, no big deal. Please go back, do it again. Or maybe you forgot that in measure 27 there's a half rest. Or in measure 32, did you rest on beat 1 and then hold your dotted half note for beats 2, 3, and 4? If there's any specific measures that you missed, please go back and work on them. You may rewind the video so you have the tempo to help. But we're going to keep going. We're going to play a B flat scale and then a B flat arpeggio. So, our B flat scale, starting off on B flat. Then we're going to walk all the way up to high B flat. So, C, D, E flat, F, G, regular A, and then B flat. Then we'll go back down. So here's our tempo. We're going to do this in quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready to come back down? Can we start high? So really pitch that air forward. Da. Here we go. 2, 3. Now that we've done that, can we do it in half notes? Where you're only going to go up the scale this time. B flat to B flat, half notes. 1, 2, 3. How were your A and B flat? Mine were not that good. Let's go from F up, half notes. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So to get those notes, really had to make sure that I was blowing fast air, like I was trying to blow someone over, and put it into the very top. So you should also be seeing a little triangle of condensation right on the opposite end of the tone hole. Okay, that was our B flat scale. And arpeggio is just taking very certain notes from that scale to make a new scale. So we'll start with our first note. Can you play me a B flat? Next is going to be the third note, D. After that, we'll play an F. Ready? And. And our final note is going to be the top note of our scale, the B flat. Ready? And. Can we try those 4 notes? Slowly. 1, 2, 3. If you didn't get that right away, practice it. Now this time, if you practice it and can do it successfully, we'll move on. Once we get to the top B flat, we'll go back down to F, and then D, and then B flat. So, oh, 1, 2, 3. When you can play that successfully, let's move on. So, please take out Dragonfire. Last week we worked on measures 1 through measure 17. So this week we are going to work on measure 17 through the end. In this section, starting at 17, there's a lot of kind of passing the melody back and forth. So it's pretty much just you at measure 17. At measure 18, we've got saxophones. But then at 19 and 20, the melody measures come back in the altos. And that's it. And then you have it again in 21. So let's do 2 measures at a time. Starting in 17, we've got a G, an F, a D, remember that from our arpeggio exercise, down to C, then D and F, and another C. Slowly, 17. 1, 2, 3. Do you need to hear that one more time? 17, 2, 3. measure 21 now. Question, are 21 and 17 the exact same? Yes, they are. What is different though is measure 22. Instead of going from that F to a C, we're just going to step up to a G. So let's play 21, 22, and measure 23, which is just a G whole note. Here we go. 21. 1, 2, 3. Did you get it? Let's try the whole thing together. Here's a metronome, starting at 17. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Rest. Stop. If you can play that much so far, let's keep going. Measure 24 and 25. Just you. Here we go. 2, 3. And what is your dynamic right there at measure 25? Forte. Forte. Good. Can we start at 17 and play all the way through 25? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Rest. Rest. And there we were. We ended right on beat 2 of measure 25. How's it going so far? Pretty good? Ready to keep moving along? Next up, we've got measures 29 through 33. Tell me the 2 notes that you will be using in this section. If you said G and F, you are correct. Let's start at 29 through 33. 1, 2, 3. Did you get louder with me at measure 32? Let's go back to 29 and make sure that we hear a dynamic difference from 29 to 32. Mezzo forte, forte. Here we go. 29. 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to move on? That was a pretty easy section. 35 through 45 is how we're going to end our song today. First things first, we'll play 35 through 39. Then we'll look at 40 through 45. And then we'll put them together. So, 35 through 39, we've got one measure, which is much harder than the other 4. Can you tell me which measure that is? If you said 37, you would be correct. Can we try just that measure? D, G, F, try all of 35 through 39? Good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Let's run that section 2 more times, and then we will go on. Really get it in your fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loop it back. 35. Last time. 1, 2, 3. You've done the work. Now let's keep it going. 40 through 45. We'll do this section twice. 1, 2, 3, and. Back to measure 40. 1, 2, 3. You ready to try 35 through the end? Good. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All of the work that we're going to do on Dragonfire today. So, if by today you cannot play all the way through Dragonfire, mostly, with just a few kind of mishaps here and there, then you need to put in some work on Dragonfire, okay? Next up, our final piece for today, we are looking at Majestica. For Majestica, we are going to run measures 25 through 34, which we worked on in the last video from last week. Let's do just that much. 25 through 34. So remember, this is the section where we're kind of jumping around a lot, and we're going to have to use, different airstreams. We're going to have to place it differently within our flute to be able to get all of those sounds. What I would like you to do is from 25 through 34, I would like you to follow along, so look at your music and do the fingers while I play the piano. Here we go. 25. Also, in Majestica, our A's are flat. So instead of just 1 and 2, we're doing 1, 2, 3, and a little pinky key. $25. 1, 2, 3, 4. on the wrong note there. So measure 33, that's where I'm starting. We've got a couple different articulations in here too. So in measure 30 and 31, we are slurring, which means we are only tonguing the first note. So instead of, we're doing. And then in measure 34, those are called staccatos. They want you to really separate the notes. 25. Let's do it together. Playing slowly. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How was that section? It's hard, but I know that you can do it. And the more that you work at it, the closer you'll be every day. Next up, we're going to look at 3 measures, 37, 38, and 39. 39 is tied to measure 40. So what does that mean? You tell me. Basically, you add them together. So you are holding the C whole note in measure 39 for 8 counts. I can only hold a note on flute for 7. So what I'm going to recommend that you do, when we get to measure 39, hold that C as long as you can. When you need a breath, take it, and then come back in. So if you have to do, this is measure 39, if you have to go, that's okay with me. But I want that sound to last 8 counts, all right? Measure 37. I will play, you will play. You play. So remember, we're slurring this year. Last time, together. 3, 4, 1. Measure 38. You try. Let's try them together. 38. 2, 3, 4. Last time, 38. Ready? And. Can we try the 2 of them together? 37. 3, 4, 1. I would recommend that you breathe either right before the B flat or right before the D if you can, because we are coming up to measure 39. I don't want you to breathe right before the note on the bar line. Let's not do that. 37, 38, 39. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you hear how I had to break the note up there? It is totally fine for you to do the same thing. If you need to practice these measures a few times, go back, rewind. In the meantime, let's keep going forward. Next up, 43 and 44. We've got E's, D's, F's, and a C. Here we go. Listen to the two measures one time. Finger through. 3, 4, 1. That's it. Listen to it. Finger through one more time. 3, 4, 1. Ready to play it? Three, 4, 1. Let's do it again, just to get it in our fingers. 43, 3, 4, 1. Pretty successful in those measures? If you are, let's end today by looking at measures 51 and 52. And guess what? They are the same as the last two measures we played, 43 and 44. So your challenge in this song is going to be counting your rests. Here we go, 51 and 52. 3, 4, 1. And that's it. Keep practicing Jessica, please, especially the parts that we worked on today. So all the way up through measure 52 is where I'd like for you to be able to play. Again, please fill out the Google surveys on our class website and make sure that you're practicing. If there's anything that I can do for you, if you need to contact me, feel free to write an email. I will respond as soon as I get it, okay? I hope you and your family are staying safe and healthy and finding